Good morning, everybody. All righty. Today is August 26th. We're about to get to the bottom of this one for sure. Regular meeting, Commissioners Court, Liberty County, Texas. We have a quorum established for sure. Then you got Commissioner Garbowski, Arthur, Whitmire, Caloric are here with us this morning. So we'll call this meeting to order. First item on the agenda, of course, is our pledge of U.S. flags and Texas flag. Lee, if you would please lead us in those. And Sheriff's going to lead us in the invocation.
Please face the American flag. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please face the Texas flag.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one indivisible.
Pray with me, please. Your Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you for this beautiful day you've given us today, Lord. Lord, thank you for the opportunity that we have to come together as a government over the county, Lord, and make decisions, Lord. Thank you for Judge Knight and the commissioners on their commitment to things, Lord. I pray that you bless them, give them the wisdom that's needed to make the decisions that they need to make, Lord. Lord, I want to thank you for all the blessings that you give us. We're truly a grateful nation. We enjoy our freedom. We enjoy the rights that we have, Lord. And Lord, we just thank you. I pray a blessing on all the leaders, whether it be federal, state, local leaders, Lord. I just ask that you be with them and Lord, help them make the right decisions. Lord, as we go through this meeting, be with us. Let us keep open minds. Let us discuss if it needs to be done. Please forgive us when we fall short. In your son, Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Sheriff. Okay. Item number 4 is notices and proclamations. And Dee Dee, I didn't see you this morning, so we're good to go there. Item number 5 is public comment. And I don't believe we received anyone that asked to have the opportunity for public comment this morning. So we'll move on. Number 6, declare conflicts of interest. Anybody on the court have any reason to declare a conflict at this time?
Thanks, sir.
We all good? Okay. Move on to the next item is the consent agenda. I do have one add-on. Mr. Gott, you have something we wanted to add to this?
Yes, this is a budget amendment for precinct 2, Road Bridge. He's increasing his uniform budget by $2,600, decreasing his fuel by $2,600, decreasing his equipment lease $9,166, decreasing his capital lease $10,079, and increasing his capital outlay $19,200.
Good. Ms. Harris, you have anything you want to add?
I do.
Okay.
We have a vacation time payoff for Mr. Josh Worthy in Road Bridge Precinct 1. The total amount of that payoff is $656.04.
Okay. Any others?
This time, I think we approved the agenda with two additions.
All righty.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda with the additional items as stated. Is there any further discussion?
Of course, you know I had some questions.
Sure. It's okay.
So we get the monthly reports from JPs and constables, but I noticed that not all of them submit reports. Is it required, or is this just I don't understand that part. I don't see them all. There's just a couple that religiously submit those reports, and you kind of see what the activities are going through both of those offices, but I don't see them all. So is it a requirement?
I believe it is a requirement, yes.
So
Some come in on time. Some are about a month behind. Sometimes they're maybe 2 months behind.
okay, but again, I don't see them all. So
Yeah.
even if they're behind, they're not being presented on these consent agendas.
And is all of them aware that it is?
Yeah, and Of course, I didn't know if it was required or not, or if it was just nice to look at and see the activity, or what that is. So
No, I believe it is a statutory duty. If the court would like, we could put it as its own agenda item on a future agenda, and we can address it then.
okay,
Most of us that take in money are supposed to have monthly reports.
Yep.
Yes.
So I'm not sure that everybody takes in money is giving monthly reports, but they're supposed to, I think.
They're supposed to submit their reports 2 months after they've gone through the auditor's office. And then once they've cleared the auditor's office, some of them send them in like immediately at the end of the month. But if their office doesn't collect any money, then they're not required to send money.
Good question, Commissioner.
but I mean, again, I see the same ones every month, right? From the same JPs and constables, but I don't recall seeing them all.
Well, the fiduciary side of it, yeah, I can see it going through Mr. Gott's office and that way. But, the other side of it is too, on that report also, issues the number of arrests made and number of civil services that have been either
Rendered,
completed or
Right.
attempted to be.
Yeah, it's somewhat interesting reading, but like, again, we don't get them all. So,
Okay.
Or I haven't seen them all. So it's just a question.
Okay.
And then on number 9 on the consent agenda, this ESD number 1 financial statement, it looks like they did an audit. And so I pick on our attorneys a lot and talk about all the legalese that is spoken, but it's kind of the same way, Mr. Gott, with financial audits, trying to read it and decipher everything that it means. I think those guys passed, but I'm not for sure, or they did well. Did you review that, those findings? Okay.
We were pretty busy last week.
No, I understand. I understand you guys in the big move and all, but again, that was the only thing, because I read it, and again, all these accounting terms,
I'll look at it.
I'd have to get somebody else, or you or something to explain it to me. But I didn't see any they didn't have a finding statement that looked like there was something amiss. But again, I didn't feel like I was
I
qualified.
really don't know. I'll look at it. I don't know if it's just something they pulled from the accounting system or if it was actually.
Okay. It looks like they had a healthy fund balance. And
Yeah, I think they're supposed to have an audit every year.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
It's due by June 1st.
Okay.
They're coming forward now because I've kind of poked the bear and asked them for it.
Okay, good. So you looked at it then,
I
Nate?
kind of poked it, yes, it actually has to go through the auditor's office to be approved or to be accepted.
Okay.
And it has to be in a format that he's comfortable with.
So should we table this number 9 for this consent agenda until the auditors had a chance to look at it?
We can. Sure can. We can pull it
Yeah,
out.
I don't want to
That's
approve
fine.
it in this
I'll look
court.
at it. I mean, that's fine. I hadn't
Well, I mean,
seen
it's just,
it.
it's just information item anyway. Our information. We're not approving it.
No, it's
It's an
actually,
agenda,
it is
though.
an information item. Yeah, it's agenda. Well, what's the pleasure of the court? You want to pull this one from the consent agenda, put it on the regular agenda and vote on it there?
I would recommend tabling it. Yes, I would recommend tabling this until the auditor's office has a chance to review it.
Okay,
Okay, I'll withdraw my motion but I'll move that we approve the consent agenda with the exception of item number 9 with the 2 add-ons.
all right.
Okay.
No,
I'll withdraw my second for the first motion and make the second.
Thank you. Again, I didn't mean for this to get taken off. I No, just that's had a some good questions. I don't quite understand. There's a lot of, it's not a huge document. There's a lot of information in there, and I didn't feel qualified myself to say yay or nay without somebody that's understands it better than me.
I'm not sure what our responsibility is on the audit. I mean, you're gonna look at it and tell us what the audit is, and We're gonna not approve the audit?
Well, we also have contracts with fire departments, ESDs, and sending reports and financials are a part of that contract. We're going to be discussing those later, though, too, as well.
Okay.
Okay, well, we have a new motion and a new second. Now, is there any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor, say aye.
Yeah.
Likewise, nays. That motion does carry. Okay, move on to the regular agenda. Item number 8.1 for me is a report from Liberty County Sheriff on the repairs of the county jail. Sheriff, you got anything wonderful to tell us about getting things put back together there?
Yes, sir, I'm gonna give you a rundown here. In reference to the door locks and intercoms, as of 8/22, all of the things been rewired, ready for installation. We've got about 65% of the intercoms already hooked up. Our general maintenance, Liberty County Sheriff's Office, jail maintenance crew's been working 7 days a week. We had a major leak this weekend in East Hall. They fixed that. They fixed the 2 burst pipes and then got them unplugged. We had an inspection, a health inspection from the kitchen and the freezer, as you know, it keeps going in and off. Right now it's working, it's good, and they told us to get a plan. So we got a plan. We had them come in and got a quote yesterday for a new unit to put in there. And the health inspector's fine with that. If it goes out, we have the plan of what to do, but also was pointed out that we need to do something with the tile floor. So we're working on that. The expanded metal ceiling, we got a meeting on September the 2nd at 9:30. The chief and I will be doing, talking about the installation they're gonna do. They're gonna take out the ceiling in there and go back with that. The fire marshal inspection, the sprinkler system was passed. Siemens was waiting on Dayton Electric to get it there to begin on the west hall. So the east hall is fine. Allied, the part that the fire hoses, I told you to be replaced. They're just waiting for the stuff to come in to replace them. The unit innovations at the commissary fund, y'all approved the commissary fund. They're gonna be there on the 29th to walk through and start their installation. The HVAC system, we have a walkthrough in the 1st of September to give us an estimate of what's gonna be for that. So the cameras, the person that we're dealing with on the cameras was injured and he's been off work and he promised he'd get us a quote as soon as it is. But that's my update.
That is information item only. Although I would like for us to make a motion second, to take no action.
We usually motion accept report is what we've been doing.
Okay, take the motion, accept report.
I'll make a motion to accept sheriff's
Okay.
report.
Motion from Gerald,
Second.
second from Greg. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Likewise, nays. That motion carries.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sheriff. Number 8.2 from Mr. Gott, consider and approve $1,000 earnest money contract payment to First Liberty Title for the property between Purchasing Department and Tarver Building. Purchase approved, Commissioner's Court on 8/12/25. Just standard earnest money contract.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion from Bruce. Second from David. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Likewise, nays. That motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen. Number 8.3, from Commissioner Garbowski, consider and approve the interlocal agreement between Liberty County and the city of Dayzetta for mowing their ditches and the city sewer plant.
Same old, every year. We're just renewing it.
Make motion to approve.
Motion from David,
Second.
second from Greg. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor, say aye. Likewise, nays. That motion carries. Item number 8.4, from Mr. Dennis over in the IT department, consider and approve a quote of $299.73. That's the cheapest you've ever come through here, Rick. I'm gonna tell you. For a new laser printer. Okay,
Yeah, this is just so that the department can use the JP technology funds for a printer. That's it.
all right, Dwayne? Okay,
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
motion from Bruce, Second from David. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Likewise, nays. Motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, Nick. I believe that.
Second one's, I think Rob's on there, but.
Yeah, at precinct 6, number 585, consider and approve the purchase of a new laser printer for Judge Fuller's courtroom. Same thing.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion from Bruce. Second from David. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Likewise, nays.
Thank you very much.
Motion
I was
carries.
gonna ask the difference between the two costs.
Yeah. There is a big difference there.
Yeah.
Number 86 from Mr. Brown over Tax Collector's Office. Consider and approve an overpay refund in the amount of $3,376.70 for account number 179541 for customer utility.
Yes, sir.
Brother Rick?
Again, anything over 2,500 refund has to come back through the commissioner's court to approve that. There's a double, overpayment, so whoever made the payment gets the refund once we get approval from the court.
Okay.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion from David, second from Bruce. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in
Aye.
favor? Likewise, nays. That motion carries. Number 87 from Mr. Brown, consider and approve overpay refund in the amount of $6,823.55 for account number 268387 for customer Nation Star Mortgage.
Same thing, sometimes the mortgage company pays it, and the customer pays it, vice versa. So whoever made the excess payment gets the refund, and it's over 2,500, again, the car's court.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion from David, second from Greg. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Likewise, nay. That motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen. Number 88 from Mr. Brown, consider and approve erroneous refund to Ivan and Gladys Huerta pertaining to account 69484. Customer is David Paul Girth.
This is a little different.
Yeah, it is.
This is not the kind we like to do. In fact, I think this is the first time I've had to come before the court with an action like this. And basically, I have prepared, I didn't get it in time to send out in the packet, but I put in front of each commissioner and the attorneys, kind of a background of what happened in this particular case. I know you may not have a chance to read it. I don't think I need to read every line on it, but the summary's there. And basically what can recap it, this was kind of a combination of, I want to say, forget to do something by the customer, failed to, get an exemption once it expired. And it goes back to this homestead place that was owned by the Girths. Both he and his wife in 2023 had a homestead exemption over 65. All their property was frozen. So, you're aware that that's a pretty significant change resulting in how much taxes they had to pay. So their 23 was somewhere around $3,500 or something. Well, unfortunately, his spouse passed away sometime after that. I think it was late 23 or early
It was.
24.
Yeah.
Probably late 23. So naturally, your status is as of January 1. So the 2023 taxes and exemptions all stayed in place. Unfortunately, Mr. Girth, upon his spouse passing away, and I think the house was primarily in her name or something, something that triggered when she passed away, he did not go in and re-sign up for it or reestablish the homestead over 65 and the freeze. So naturally, his taxes for 2024 elevated to about $7,500. Again, this is all kind of going on. You get your statements in October. Mr. Girth didn't really approach our office or anything. I think his daughter eventually got involved in it and realized, and he didn't pay his taxes $7,000 wasn't, he wasn't eligible to be quarterly paid anymore, so he couldn't do that. So I guess ultimately he decided that he was gonna sell the property. So he sold the property March 21st of 25. And of course, when you sell property, your taxes have to be paid. So the title company took the $70-something hundred plus the penalty and interest and wrote us a check, and we deposited it in his account to show the account was paid. So here it is, March 21st, 25, his account is current. But those proceeds were held out of his sale proceeds. So I think that's when his daughter realized that, hey, why are we paying this much? And I think they actually visited Central Appraisal District and started the process of actually March 21st. That's when the CAD realized we can reinstate his homestead exemption for 24. But they did, because of surviving spouse, and I guess he put in a new application. It's a late one, but they counted it. So basically, that created a refund of $3,630.76, because now he's getting back the exemptions that he previously had lost. We did not get the supplement, which is how we communicate with Central Appraisal District when there's a change. He went from March 21. We didn't get the supplement till like June something, which is usually a lag because they have to do it, then they have to go to ARB, they have to have a board meeting. So, we get supplements throughout the year to change the original basis that we work on all tax. We don't make any changes until we have supplemental orders from the Central Appraisal District. Well, here we are in March of 25, new owners for 25 are the new owners right now. So in June, we're changing homestead for 2024. And typically, like in our normal refunds, when there's a refund, you give it to the person who made it. The exception to that is if it's a homestead, it's a result of a homestead exemption, you always give it back to the owner. You don't give it to the title company, because they've already gone through closing and all this stuff. So the system is somewhat automated. CAD was already dealing with 2025 owners. Again, we do these reapplies and recalculations, and it's kind of an automated system. It picks up the owner, generates a check, we mail the check. Okay. And we get probably, I think last year we got over 30 supplements throughout the year. And they're not just one or two accounts. They may be 10, 20 pages of supplemental changes. So we each month we have to go in and make changes throughout the year. So it wasn't until, so anyway, we generated a check for refund. It was mailed out to the 225 owners. They got the check, they cashed it within 7 days.
Sure they did.
Newfound money, $3,600. Okay, that was July 7th. Finally, Miss Patricia, I forget her last name, but the daughter actually was able to, got caught up with me. It's like she'd kind of been, hey, we have an issue here. We changed it. Why am I not, we're not getting this money. So all this thing. So I actually looked at it, got her in, got an explanation, because we don't know it's sold. We don't know any of these things. We're just getting the information to do that. So once we realized that we had sent the check to the 25 owners instead of the 24 owners, because he's the one entitled to the refund, because it's his homestead that got reinstated, even though he's already sold it, moved on, but he paid too much money out of his proceeds. So the 3,600 is rightfully his. So immediately on July 15th, we sent a registered letter to the recipients of the check, clearly stating, hey, an error was made on your account. We erroneously sent you a check for $3,630.36. Please contact our office, return the funds. These do not belong to you, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Didn't hear anything, didn't get any, they never picked up the registered letter. So we did a little research, talked to the realtors, were able to pick up 3 phone calls, 3 phone numbers for the people. So we placed a call both in English and Spanish, just taking a shot. I'm not saying they didn't understand English, but we wanted to, by their last names, we assumed that they probably, were bilingual, so we wanted to cover all that. We left 3 messages. We followed back up with a phone call. All 3 phones were disconnected at that point. We were able to get their email, and the email never was picked up. So we kind of feel like they're probably aware of it, but at the same time, we're not getting anything. So at that point, I end up contacting Matthew, saying, what rights do I have to go in? Because to me, it's my job to collect this, to make this right, get this money back, because these people are entitled to this money. We clearly told them that, and we need to get, and on the other side, we have the daughter saying, hey, really, my dad needs, get his $3,600 back. I said, okay, and I had it on the agenda 2 weeks ago to present, but we were still in pursuit, and I didn't feel like we had the full recourse to go in, so I asked if we could wait another couple of weeks. We'll present it to court today. And basically what we're asking at this point, and again, going back to talking to Matthew, he said he would have to research it to see if there's any angle that we could actually go after the people to kind of force them into paying it. Like I said, I've never had this situation, so I said, feel like they would respond to a letter, common sense, they'd give it back, move on. His first response in general, and not quoting him, he said, I don't know that we have any recourse since we have made an erroneous, we sent them the money, we don't know what clawback we have, but I will research it. And again, that was probably a couple weeks ago. I told him I'd send him some updates to refer to it. Unfortunately, I didn't get around to putting all this together till I think like last night at 6 o'clock. I sent him an email, and that's what we have here, kind of a recap of all that stuff. But after visiting with him this morning, the action today, kind of back and forth, once we hear from Matthew, is my recommendation that we go ahead and get the funds to make the refund back to the rightful owner. Obviously, we don't have those funds. I mean, if this is all we have in our account, we've already spent that money, so we don't have that to generate a new check. So that would take Commissioners Court, approval. What I am committed to is that we will continue to pursue collecting that, but not at the expense of holding up this person who should have got their money, June 21st. So it kind of puts, we have an obligation to do that. At the same time, we need this action. After talking to Matthew this morning, he's got a little bit of encouraging news, and I'll just let him talk about it, what the next step may be.
Sure.
Well, there's a provision in Chapter 26 of the tax code. I believe that would treat this as a increase in the tax liability of the folks we erroneously paid. In which case, then we would treat it just like an ordinary collection issue. And so now this is highly unusual, and so I want more authority than my reading on this. I'm going to get with Linebarger, see if they agree that this would be a collection issue with them, that is the proper way to approach it. And if for whatever reason they can't handle it, then I'm going to talk to a tax expert at Bickerstaff and get it resolved that way. But in any event, it appears we still owe the Girths or Mr. Girth.
Yes,
So
yeah.
I don't see any reason to hold that up.
Okay.
Make a motion to pay the $3,600 to Mr. Gert and let the county attorney and Richard Brown progress with their retrieving our money back.
I haven't tried knocking on the door yet, but I'm not below that. I've done that
Well, they did.
many times in my career,
Yeah.
They do have a gate. Just thought I'd let you
I'm
know.
sure they do. They got some bad dogs and everything else, but at the same time, I want to do it civilly and just go in there and still put the pressure on. And then, fortunately, if we have the right to put that on their property,
Mhm.
to me, that's just a matter of them getting it collected. Because they just, I think, without disclosing it, it was a mid six-figure sale. So
Yep.
it's not a property that $3,600 is even going to touch.
Right.
And they are established as the homeowners. So it's just, we have not been able to even talk to them to say, it's like, they seem to be avoiding us. Maybe they're out of the country. I don't know, what the situation is. But at the same time, I have a hint that they know that they got the money
Mhm.
and it wasn't theirs. Because it clearly on it was refund of homestead exemption 2024. They
Yep.
didn't even own the property in 2024. So again, I take that action. We will get that. That gets us off of that. We're not leaving this alone, and we will report back to the court once we have a final
Great.
determination.
So there's got to be a lesson learned in here, because this will happen. This could happen almost all the time when you have a surviving spouse who wasn't listed on the homestead exemption. In this case, Judge Knight and I had Mrs. Stobart in the 5th grade.
Mhm. And the 6th grade, and the 7th
and then-
grade, and the 8th
then
grade.
I don't know if we followed her, or she followed us all the way through high school. So
All the way through 12th
we
grade.
always had Mrs. Stobart as a math teacher in some form or another.
Mhm.
And then she remarried, and so I'm sure the place was in her name, and then when she qualified. But this could happen every
Well,
day.
And that's not the critical issue, because CAD can fix that. It took them almost a year later to fix it. I mean, you have recourse. It's just you have to live with it in the meantime. The real problem is in the system dealing with 2025 when we're trying to do 2024. And this is an automated process.
Right.
I mean, we get hundreds of these that come in. The only thing that I can, and again, if that person would have looked into it and said, oh, 24, but we don't even know there was a sale.
Right.
That one system is talking to another system.
Right.
And it just kind of gets in there. It doesn't excuse it. Technology is a great thing. We should be, anytime we have to send out any money, we need an eyes to look, and we've already adapted that process to say, to prevent this from happening in the future, listen, if we're dealing money, refunding money, check the file and just see if this makes sense.
All right,
because the system is not going to interpret that.
Mhm.
They're giving it to the property owner, which we're into 2025 now. We're not into 2024. So that's some of the deal. And we, unfortunately, or fortunately, we have not had this happen before in the thousands of transactions we've had for some reason. But this was kind of a unique deal. The fact that it happened, they sold it, came in later, and normally if he wouldn't have sold it, he'd been the new owner, he would have got it just like, he would have been a normal routine check that was on to him. So it was kind of a unique situation, but we are cautioning a little bit more, taking the automation out and put those set of eyes on it and research it a little closer.
Good.
Thank you, Rick.
Okay. Got a motion from Bruce. Gerald, was that a second from you?
No, it was, I think.
Yeah,
David? Okay. All right, got a motion and a second with a really good explanation why. Thank you, there, Brother Rick. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor, say aye. All right. Likewise, nays. That motion does carry. Thank you, gentlemen. Number 8, 9 from Nathan Green, our fire marshal. Andy, what do you have today? That we have considered and approved interlocal agreement between the city of Ames, Liberty County Fire Marshal's Office to provide fire and safety inspections. Within the city limits, this is to be contingent on the acceptance and signature of the Ames City Council.
Yes, sir. What this boils down to is chapter 352 does not allow me as the county fire marshal to go into the cities, unincorporated city, and perform my duties unless I have a interlocal agreement with that city. There are none in place at this time in Liberty County.
Right.
So what I'm trying to do is button up some loose ends to find out if, one, the cities want me there, want my help, or not. So these were sent out to the different municipalities to ask them what their position is.
So Dayton and Cleveland opted out?
I haven't heard, no, Cleveland has their own fire marshal and AHJ. The city of Liberty has their own fire marshal and AHJ. So they were not offered, that's a totally separate animal. I can go in and assist in advisory,
Okay.
but only upon request. So the city of Ames has not responded as of yet. They did say that it's on their council's agenda to be reviewed.
Okay.
It was a positive comment, so I'll go to their next meeting to find out that it's signed, bring back to you for your signature.
Sure.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
But Dave, they've already turned it down.
Correct.
Yeah, you haven't got any response back from any of the rest of them.
Well, I've gotten verbal, positive responses from everybody, but they said that they've already, and that was another item on here.
Yeah,
Further down.
it's down there.
Sorry, that's number 16. I listed them out separately so that none of
Yeah.
that tied together, that if there was 10 of them in one thing, that'd be kind of hard to approve or disapprove or have to table.
Well, we prefer it that way too. So,
So yes, that Ames has a positive response. They just haven't had the meeting yet to sign it.
okay. Well, I got a motion from Bruce, second from David. Any further discussion?
I did want to point out that there is a compensation factor in the agreement. So I want to make sure y'all saw that. We're okay with that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Saw
The city's gonna be okay with that?
Well, that's up to them to decide, but the split was they'll do the paperwork, I'll just do the
60%.
site visits. Unless they just don't want to do the paperwork and keep track of it, then they just come to Liberty County and get a permit from the permit office here.
Okay. All right. Got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor, say aye. Likewise, nays. That motion does carry. Thank you, gentlemen. Number 810 from Mr. Green, consider and approve interlocal agreement between the city of Dayton and the Liberty County Fire Marshal's Office to provide, again, fire and life safety inspections within the city limits, contingent upon the acceptance of course of the Dayton City Council. Same thing, Andy, but just
Same thing, they are very, Mr. Woods is positive on it. He did request the proposed fee schedule we talked about last court. He is working through how he wants to handle what they're going to do as far as if they're going to use my office or if they're going to go find a third party.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
Second.
motion from Bruce, second from David to approve. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor, say aye. Likewise, nays. That motion does carry. Thank you, gentlemen. Number 811 from Mr. Green. Consider approving our local agreement between the city of Devers, again with the same conditions. Andy?
Positive, just waiting on the city council to meet and sign.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion from Bruce, second from David to approve. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor, say aye. Likewise, nays. That motion does carry. Thank you, gentlemen. Don't sit down yet, Mr. Green. We got also the agreement between the city of Hardin and Liberty County.
City of Hardin has signed it and agreed to it, and it gets you the original for your signature.
Can't move to approve.
Was that
Greg.
Craig?
I'll
Okay.
second it.
I do want to add, this does change Liberty County as far as its safety goes on fire
Mhm.
and inspections on these incorporated cities that don't have the funding to do this. This is a.
Positive step,
Yes,
yeah.
it is.
Absolutely.
All right, we got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor? Likewise, nays. That motion carries. Number 813, again, this is going to be between the city of Kennefic and Liberty County.
Ditto. Do the same thing, waiting on their court agenda for them to approve it and send back.
I'll make the motion.
Motion from Gerald,
Second.
second from Bruce. Further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor? Likewise, nays. That motion carries too. Number 814 from Mr. Green, consider and approve their local agreement between Plum Grove and Liberty County.
positive response. It's on city council agenda for the next council meeting to sign.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion from David, second from Bruce. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor,
Aye.
say aye.
Aye.
That motion does carry. Thank you, gentlemen. Number 815 from Mr. Green, consider and approve interlocal agreement between the city of Dayton Lakes. They still rocking along?
Well, I haven't really heard back from them yet, so it's kind of bugged in limbo. I'm waiting for some response. Positive or negative.
So, I mean, we had the same issue with the tax rebate from Mr. Brown here a couple months ago. And so couldn't decide whether or not they're a functioning city council or.
I can't answer that. All I can do is send it to their contact information. And at this point, until they do respond and say yay or nay, I can't legally go in there and do anything as far as my office goes.
Okay.
That's up to them if they won't sign off on it, so.
But there's that fee schedule where you collect, I mean, the standard, you're going to recollect 60% of the fees gathered
If they
by the,
collect it.
if they collect.
I
Yeah, I
would-
understand.
I would ask, because of the issues with Dayton Lakes and they're very well known, the fact that we don't have or have very little communication with anyone from the city. I would say for this particular agreement, I would table it until we hear back from them because I'm not going to hear back from them. And I hate to have this just linger.
Make a
Yeah.
motion to table.
Yeah, second.
Got a motion from Bruce, second from David at table.
David?
I believe it was. Greg?
Okay.
Gotcha. Man,
It don't matter.
I already checked off
Yeah,
Greg, so
that's
let's
fine.
stick with Greg, please.
let's do that.
Yeah.
My ears are pretty stopped up from sinuses this morning, so,
It's all good, Judge.
all right. Got a motion from Bruce, a second from Greg to approve. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Likewise, nays. Motion carries.
For approve or table?
Table.
Table.
Well, approve the table. Yeah,
Who's table?
Yeah, we're tabling this one.
it is tabled.
My ears are a little stuffed up too. I'll make sure I didn't miss it.
Yeah, okay. Number 16 for Mr. Green, consider and approve an interlocal agreement rejected by the city of DayZeta for Liberty County Fire Marshal's Office to provide fire and life safety inspections.
May I ask who that third party is?
I didn't ask.
Can I ask?
It's just third-party contract. It could be Safe Built. It could be any of the private companies out there that provide these services. They already got under contract with them to do this.
Yeah, I'll reach out and talk to the mayor about that. But,
So then why do we need the interlocal agreement?
No, I just wanted to,
This is going to be a no action.
yeah, this, yeah.
Okay.
this is just acknowledging that they turned down the offer of the county fire marshal to come in and
Oh,
perform the
okay.
service. So I just want to make sure.
And
you're
they may
all
have,
aware
like say, a private.
That they have their own third party that they're paying.
Okay.
So we don't need to take any action on this.
Make a motion to take no action.
Second.
Thank you. Motion from Bruce. And I heard that time, David.
Okay.
Thank you. That's good. Motion, second from David, to take no action. Further discussion. Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor, say aye. Righty, move on down to,
Want to sit down
No.
now?
no, you got one more. Number 817, Mr. Green, consider and approve the previously approved Liberty County Fire Marshal Office fee schedule going into effect September the 2nd.
This is the fee schedule that I brought before the court before.
Mhm.
There was not an issue, from what I understood, with the fees. It was a matter of, I believe Commissioner Arthur had asked that I work with the permit office to make sure it wasn't going to put any extra burden or workload on them. I believe the solid day, I was given access or shown that I already had access. I was uploading these into the system. It's all automated online. Does not create any work for them. Anything that pertains to this fee schedule is a fire marshal module that was already in the software.
Yep.
So it will come to me, not to them.
Right, it automatically flags them whenever there's a permit request.
The application and the fees and verifications and all that automatically comes to my office. So.
They will pay you.
No, they're gonna pay them out of the office. No, I don't want to collect.
That's gonna be a big chore.
No, because he wants a monthly report.
Okay, no, that's good.
But, no, the money will still go through the permanent office, but the actual paperwork and tracking, all that will come to me without burdening them.
Okay.
So I just need approval to make this go live, to be able to start, collecting some of this cost of doing business. And as a reference point for you, so far this year, we're up to 65 commercial development projects. This would have generated to the tune of $48,000 to $52,000.
Yeah.
Just for my office.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
and it's not a money grab, it's the cost of
Right.
doing business that the contractors are already expecting to pay and are rather surprised they're not being charged.
All right.
I agree.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion from Gerald, second from Greg. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Likewise, nays. Motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen. Now you're good.
For now, I'll be
Yeah,
back.
okay. All right. Number 18, Precinct 2 Constable John Tucker. Consider and approve interlocal agreement between Liberty County Constable's Precinct 2 and Holday's Independent School District for a school resource officer for 2025-2026 school year. It's like,
This is just a renewal. I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
motion from Greg, second from Bruce to approve. Any further discussion?
You know, when the sheriff's department did it last, we did it a couple of weeks ago for, or Hardin. He said that, you know, you're responsible as officers, but the training that's required. So is the constable's office provide that same training? Is it coordinated between the sheriff's department and the constable's office to have that specialized school
We have a
resource?
constable back there, Constable Hunter's up, and he can explain, you would explain your requirements to be a school safety officer and stuff, sir.
Come up, David,
Come on up
please.
here.
Yeah, I put you on the spot, sorry.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, David.
Birthday.
Yeah, we're required to do the same training. This is what the sheriff's office deputies are. And, we do, provide our officers or send them to get the training that they need for the SROs, which is school resource officer, through the school-based law enforcement, and, to bring their certifications up to where they need to be for that job.
So let me ask you a hypothetical question. If an officer wrecks their vehicle in the course of the duty, who pays for that?
The officers are under our control, and actually the vehicles are not used, I guess going to and from campus they may be, but as far as, they're on the campus all day.
Because I've noticed in the way we divide the fee schedule, none of that automobile is included in the cost. The county still maintains 100% of the cost of the vehicles. And so, what I understand, all we have is liability insurance on these vehicles. And so that comes directly out of the county's coffers if there is an accident.
It does. There is a provision where they can pay a certain amount to go towards uniforms or a vehicle. But the patrol vehicles aren't typically used in the course of their duties unless they're going to and from work. Just because the laws are a little bit different with juveniles and minors.
Okay.
They're not typically transported.
They really, I don't know how Constable Hunter is, but they really don't have the best vehicles, I guess. They have the used vehicles and our patrol deputies, but you gotta remember, Commissioner, that when school's over, they're ours full time then.
Yeah.
So they work.
So, yeah, like my deputies work, the school's on, it's in the morning.
Right.
In their vehicles, but most of the time the vehicles are set on campus, during the day. But each one of us contributes to the contract. Like a certain amount comes out of my budget, a certain amount comes out of the county budget, a certain amount comes out of the school budget.
It just seems, we have the sheriff's department with one school district, and we have different constables. And then the other thing I see is we don't, we're not providing resource officers for the entire county. And so that,
But I guess
it looks a little
we don't,
different to me.
but you gotta realize Cleveland has their own police department.
Okay.
So that takes care of that. They have school resource officers, but they're with a
Harris
constable's
County.
office in Harris County. So the other schools would be covered by local law enforcement.
I know Bruce and I had a little discussion on that in all these districts, but it looks like it would make sense if we had a centralized group that provided school resource
But it's up
officers.
to each individual school district
Yeah.
of who they want to
But
pick.
again, I guess we would have to approach them with some kind of proposal so that they would understand it. And then
Well, they have different options. The school does, even though it says they have to have an officer for each campus, they can, I call it opt out, they can appeal that decision and use, school marshals or, guardians to work that. So it's not 100% on each campus. Basically, they could use it. I know some schools, and I believe Liberty Police Department. So there's different options you can, so we can't force them on. We could do,
right.
Everybody works it, yes.
Because I could see where it'd be beneficial to the departments for like vacation relief during the summer when a lot of people want to be gone. Because you don't have jobs that are just for 2 months in a calendar year, right? And that's what in effect we do with these. They work the school for 10 months and then you have them for 2. So I'm trying to look to make sure that where the benefit is to the county as well as the school district. So I would assume that's what you do with these folks.
During the 10 months, school's in, they
Right.
work full-time there. And then the other 2 months, they work patrol or whatever else they need to catch up on their training or vacation or whatever.
Okay. All right.
All right,
I'll make
we-
a motion to approve.
We already have a motion.
Sorry.
Greg, and second from Bruce to approve with some healthy discussion. It's always welcome.
Absolutely.
All right. Is there any further healthy discussion today? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Likewise, nay. Motion does carry. Thank you, gentlemen. Number 819, of course, we heard from Commissioner Hunter, and happy birthday again, bud. Consider approve interlocal agreement between Liberty County Constable Precinct 5 and Tarkington ISD for this school year. David?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay, got a motion from Gerald,
Second.
second from Bruce. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Likewise, nays. That motion does carry. Thank you, gentlemen. Number 820 from Mr. C, consider and approve the purchase of a 2022 pneumatic roller in the amount of $110,800 from RB Everett and Company through the buy board contract number 685-22 for Precinct 4. So Gerald, you need you a new roller.
If the good Lord's willing, and we get to, we were able to get a milling machine from Commissioner Arthur, and we're going to take the engine off of it, put it on the one we have. Hopefully next year, we're going to be in the road maintaining business in Precinct 4 without a lot of additional help from others. Bruce has loaned me his milling machine a couple times. We were able to get the chip spreader, so we're trying to get back into business.
Good.
And that's what's mow Johnson grass. That's the key.
Make a motion to
Mowing is
approve.
Johnson grass.
Motion from Bruce, second from David to approve. Any further discussion?
Did you say Greg or David?
Bruce made the motion, David made the second.
He's not hearing you, Greg.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Likewise, nays. That motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen. Number 821 from Mr. Gott, consider and approve elevator maintenance service contract with Elevators of Beaumont at the rate of $240 per month. Pretty much a necessary item for your building.
New building, not a new elevator, but
No, this one ought to be in the
this
Smithsonian.
same company has been maintaining this elevator for years.
Yeah.
So we did make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion from Bruce, second from David. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Likewise, nays. That motion does carry. Thank you, gentlemen. Number 822 from Ms. Soliday, consider and approve draw request number 10 in the amount of $410,800 for the GLO mid-mod contract number 24065 014E171. Attached in the packet is review as a request to invoice information. So, Melinda, anything you want to add to this?
No, it's pretty straightforward. This is the Meeting Aug, the drainage study that we've been going through. And
Okay.
we'll continue to go through for at least another 2 years.
Yeah, so you think that there's going to be a couple years before they're completed?
Before it's complete.
Yeah.
On everything that was included in the grant itself.
Good.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion from Bruce, second from David. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Likewise, nays. That motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen. Number 823 from Ms. Soliday, consider and approve Royal Oaks 2 request for release the road maintenance bond. The initial subdivision was to have over 40 lots. They have since replatted and only have 8 lots in this section, all of which have access to County Road 2184 and therefore do not require new roads to be built. Pretty explanatory there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Make a motion.
This doesn't happen very often, but yeah.
Make a motion to approve.
Got a motion from Greg to approve already. Dave, you'll make
Okay.
a second?
Second.
I actually heard that from,
You heard that mumbling?
I did, just barely, yeah, but it was there. Okay, got a motion from Greg, second from David to approve. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Likewise, nays. That motion carries. Number 824 from Ms. Soliday and Commissioner Karbowski. Consider and approve waiving the 2-year maintenance period to approximately 2,600 feet of County Road 48619 from the detention pond to the cul-de-sac in lieu of a $20,000 prepayment for road repairs. Okay,
This is in the Cedar Springs subdivision.
okay.
Where?
That's out on south of Dayton
Off,
off the 146.
Okay. Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion from David, second from Bruce. Any further discussion?
Yeah, I've got some questions.
Okay, Jared?
I think we also skipped 23, but it's okay. We can go.
No, we got
we didn't.
23.
Did I miss it? Yeah, sorry. I was.
So, since you're talking here,
Yeah.
what does waiving the 2-year maintenance program mean?
So whenever we, typically on a subdivision road, they're building the road and donating it, dedicating it to the public. And the county is accepting it into the maintenance period, meaning we're into the maintenance program, meaning we're going to be responsible for maintaining it. Now, if a bad developer would try to slide one by us and give us a road that is not of sufficient quality to last. So we have a 2-year kind of watch period saying we're not accepting it into the county maintenance program until after those 2 years are up. And we'll only accept it at that time if you bring up any deficiencies that come up during those 2 years. But you're responsible for that during that 2 years.
Okay.
Sometimes or very typically it's a bond.
So this is accepting it permanently into the system
Immediately.
Okay. So did LJA review these roads?
No, they did not.
And
What they did, our crew and myself, we watched every step of this road being built. We, the compaction rate, I turned in to Ms. Soliday.
I saw the results in
the
there.
results and stuff on it. And at 2,600 foot, there's not one lot that is sold through there. So I know basically that this road's.
And I hear you, but there's been no development on it. So if you go look at some of the newer subdivisions in Precinct 4 and you look at what the roads do after all those concrete trucks and all those 18-wheelers hauling materials go in and out, I think there's a reason for having a 2-year maintenance plan.
And most of the time it's for commissioners that don't know much about road building and needs the help and needs to set for 2 years.
Are you referring to me, Bruce?
No, sir. No, sir.
I want to make sure I understand.
No,
your
sir, I
comment.
surely am not.
I think you are. I
No,
do,
sir.
I do take exception to that. Just want the court to that be duly noted.
No, sir.
So since I've been here, we've approved variances for setbacks in cul-de-sacs because it only makes sense, because it's the line of sight. And we've approved wet bottom variances for detention ponds because it only makes sense. I don't see any county benefit for waiving a 2-year maintenance program. If it's in our standards, and I think we need to stick to our standards.
We've waived it, we've waived that on a couple of roads before.
I understand, Commissioner Hart, but I just think it's bad practice. I've got one of those roads, and it's not the road right now that's the problem, it's the drainage and the erosion and the things that were accepted. And it's going to be a huge problem for this county and specifically that precinct. And so I can't support doing this for anybody. Because I think we need that time with people traveling with heavy equipment to see exactly how the road's going to stand up.
Your Honor, also, I would point out, it just occurred to us, otherwise we would have mentioned this to you before, but it doesn't have the name of the developer, name of the neighborhood, or anything like that. I think it probably would be wise to table this and bring it back with a little bit more detailed description.
What kind of detail do you need?
Well, the name of the developer, the name of the neighborhood.
What's the name of the subdivision?
It is.
Cedar Springs?
It's on the testing papers,
Yeah, but
but
I'm
it's not on my cover sheet.
right, and that's for the Open Meetings Act. We would, whatever you did, we wouldn't want it to be voided or voidable.
So I hear you, Bruce, where you looked at the roads and all. Did LJ look at the drainage for these sets of roads?
No.
They have a professional engineer that did review that.
I didn't see any data to support that.
Did you get some information on that?
It's in the city's ETJ
Yeah.
on a lot of these, so I have no control over it.
I thought we had something in fact.
No, sir. Oh, we have core samples and a pass or fail criteria.
Okay, well, right now I'm still sitting with a motion from David, a second from Bruce to approve. If there's going to be anything contrary to that, I need to know about it. Otherwise, I'll call for a vote. Call for vote. All in favor, say aye. Likewise, nays.
Nay.
Okay, we got,
Your Honor, you sure even with any deficiencies in the notice, should we bring this to a vote at a different time?
well, I did offer that opportunity to basically amend the motion.
Well, it's a notice issue, not a motion issue. Meaning if you took a vote, it would be voidable.
Okay. Anybody want to go back and
She did
change?
mention it on the record in the discussion though, so it's on the recording that.
I understand, but
Subdivision and everything.
it's about notice in the document that's posted for the
It wasn't
public.
posted to the public.
Yeah. And please, I understand
Of
that.
what road it was? I mean, the road number's on
The
there.
road number's on there,
Not the
yes, sir,
subdivision.
but it doesn't have the subdivision or the developer's name on the posting.
All
I
right.
see what he's saying. So I will do whatever y'all tell me to do.
Well, we can go back and rescind that motion, offer a new motion, and move forward from there, correct, Matthew? That's the way I see it?
The best thing to be done at this point is to take no action and put this on the next agenda with more detail.
We took action.
motion then.
Yeah, they voted to approve it.
Uh,
You want to
I think that's a
make
mistake.
a
It would be
motion
better
to revote, I mean, what would you do?
Motion to rescind
rescind the vote. Yeah.
and then offer a new motion.
You want a new motion to add the subdivision?
No, it needs, so Open Meetings Act notices, it's about the paper itself and the notice that's provided to the public at least 72 hours before the meeting.
Okay.
It's not something that you can cure on the day of. It has to be in the notice. But otherwise, you just shouldn't take action on it.
No, I don't see what adding the subdivision name, you know, the road number, I don't understand
Also the developer, we need to know who the developer is, who's making the donation to the county. That needs to be contained in the agenda item that's noticed to the public.
Okay, well, we still have,
I got the record there, don't you?
we still had
Just
the,
giving a legal opinion that when they posted this, it doesn't have
It
enough
doesn't have the information on the actual posting
So
that
those
was done.
posted 72 hours in advance.
Yeah, that's it.
all right,
That's all.
You gotta give adequate notice and information to the public.
Okay, I withdraw my motion, make a motion to table.
well, we already voted on your motion. So we need to somebody needs to make a motion to rescind and a second, and we need to vote on that and then come back and make a new motion. Okay.
So we have a motion to rescind the vote approving the waiver of the 2-year maintenance.
Well, that's not even on the agenda. How do we do that?
Well,
Just remove your.
Yeah.
So
so I had a motion from David and a second from Bruce to approve. Now we're asking to go back.
We've already voted on it, so it's approved.
It is approved. Yeah.
So we need to,
Well, if you want to rescind this and go back and do it with the proper notices, then I'm gonna need somebody to rescind, make a motion to rescind the action previously. And then,
motion to
and we'll have a vote on the rescinding, and then we'll come back and make a motion to table.
I'll make a motion to rescind the vote.
Okay, good. Motion, Gerald.
Is that what we need to do, Matthew?
That is correct.
Okay, second.
Motion from Gerald. Second from David to rescind. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Okay, raise your hands then, because I want to.
I can't hear.
Gerald, David.
It's 3. Okay. All right. All opposed?
Greg, you think?
I don't understand why we rescinded.
Okay. Well, we already took action, voted to approve. Now we're going to, in light of the other clarifications that are required in the the Opens Meeting Act specifically, we need to rescind our previous vote.
It will be specific.
And it will be specific on the next go around. So we have rescind from Gerald, second from David. Took a vote. It was 3-3, or is it going to be 4 to rescind? What's your?
Yea or nay?
No.
No?
Okay.
I don't understand how we done it, but
Okay. So I got 3 ayes and 1. I don't understand. Okay. No. Okay. All right. So go back. What is the court's pleasure at this time?
I'll make a motion to table this item.
Yeah, I'll second for Matthew.
Okay, got a motion to table from Gerald. Second from David. Any further discussion? All
This will be brought back.
next, yeah. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Likewise, nays. Okay. I got all 4 that time. Okay. All right. All right. Now we're back on track. So we're going to table this, put the proper notices in, and then resubmit. Okay. Thank you. All right. We'll move on to 8:25. Ms. Soliday, permits inspection, consider and approve payment of LJ Engineering invoice 202528802 dated 7/14/25, the amount of $356,000, $356,800. Invoice number 202532584 dated 8/1, the amount of $54,000. These invoices are for the engineering services of their countywide drainage study, GLO CDBG MITMOD grant. And that's just paying them for what we own for the.
Correct. I have to request the draw be approved first, and then the payment can be done second.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion from Bruce, second from David. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor? Likewise, nays. That motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen. Number 826 from Ms. Soliday, consider approved change order number 2 in the amount of $84,553.14, making the revised total contract amount $1,283,414.59 for the Ames Sanitary Sewer Project services from Schaumburg and Polk Incorporated using ARPA funds. Let me say that again, using ARPA funds. I'll say it 3 times if y'all like. Okay.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion from Bruce, second
This
from
was
David.
originally tabled, and I did make
Yeah.
sure
Yeah.
that it was within contingency.
Right. Got a motion from Bruce, second from David. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for a vote. All in favor? Likewise, nays. That motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen. Number 827 from Ms. McCarty and Ms. Poston. Good to have y'all with us today. Let's consider and approve amended donation and road use settlement and release agreement between Liberty County and Natural Gas Pipeline Company of America, LLC, for the use of County Road 109 and of all places, Precinct 1. Imagine that.
Yeah.
This item is really just a formality. Back in October, this past October, the court approved 2 resolutions, one for County Road 109, one for White's Bayou, and essentially a road use agreement. But it was a resolution.
They built us a quite nice road.
Yes, accepting that donation. But now they're done. They've done all that they promised to do in Precinct 1. And they reached out to me last week saying, hey, we need a release. Well, turns out they never signed and returned the resolutions that were approved back in October. I had reached out in November, but things happen and they just hadn't signed and returned those. So we amended that. It is the resolution accepting the donation, but it also includes a release. And that's what's in front of you today. That's what's in your packet. So as a formality, I would ask that you approve this.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion from Bruce, second from David. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye. Likewise, nays. That motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen. Number 828, again from the county attorney's office, consider and approve the donation of a right-of-way portion of County Road 2318 in Precinct 4. Gerald, you got a right-of-way donation you're going to get?
The developer bought a piece of land, started cutting lots into it, and realized that his property line it kind of angles into the middle of 2318. And so he didn't feel like he could, the county would be able to service the road or the ditch in that kind of condition. So it took a little bit of effort, but he's gift deeded this to the county to provide that right away.
Well, I want to discuss that. So when Commissioner Kolarek brought this to my attention, I originally said gift deed's the way to go. But I've kind of given this some additional thought, and I'd like to flesh that out here today. As the developer, is he in the process of replatting and getting plats approved?
Where's Miss Soliday? Look, y'all, as has been noted in today's court session, I don't know a lot about building roads, and I don't know a lot about I don't know a lot about major plats and minor plats. From what I understand on this one, this gentleman didn't have to go through this process with this minor plat because all of the accesses were to this County Road 2318.
Okay.
That's when he discovered
the right of way.
The right of way
So
issue.
what I would suggest, if he is in the process of replatting, I would add this right of way donation to that replat. If not, if he's not replatting, then gift deed's the way to go.
I don't know.
He's doing a minor plat.
He's doing what?
He is doing a minor.
Okay.
Right. So what's your recommendation? I don't
So, yeah, we can work with Melinda's group to make sure that the language that is necessary for the dedication of that road is on the minor plat when it's filed.
Yes.
Okay.
That way we
And
don't have to go through the additional process of the gift deed. I think
Yeah.
this would be the easiest option.
So,
So were you wanting to table this then?
yes,
Yes,
no action is
please.
needed on this.
And I will get with
You're gonna call
Mr.
Mr. Seeger?
Seeger. Yes.
Okay.
Make a motion to take no action.
Second. Motion Bruce, second from David, to take no action. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Likewise, nays. That motion carries. This next item for me is, it is an information item, but notice about House Bill 1522 amends the government code 551.043. New agenda posting dates are in the packet for upcoming Commissioners Court dates. Lee, if you would explain to us what the legislature decided to do this year about Open Meetings Act notifications and the timeliness of such.
Oh, yeah, this is one of many, but basically they changed the hours that you have to have the notice set from 72 hours to 3 business days. And they define business days, in the process as well. So to get our notice up, we have to go by business day, not 72-hour notice. And that applies to all notices.
So weekends don't count any longer.
No,
What about holidays? So.
holidays don't count.
They don't count
So
either.
it's going to be a lot more confusing from now on these dates too,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
When to get these items in?
Yeah.
Wow.
Three business days.
So I might just put it out there this way. Normally, we would take agenda items up until hopefully noon on Thursday when we had a meeting on the following Tuesday. Well, that ain't happening no more. Okay. It has to be in by noon Wednesday. Anything after noon on Wednesday is not going to get on the agenda. And that's, you can't argue about it and say, but I have to. No, sorry. It's not going to work that way. It has to be in according to the new local government code. So get them in by Wednesday at lunchtime. If that's when truly the business days do coincide in that manner for 3 business days. So for instance, if we have Memorial Day or Labor Day off on Monday, but we have court on Tuesday, take that into consideration. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, might have to bump back another day.
Tuesday.
So be on the lookout. And I mean, normally we would work with everybody, and say, okay, sometimes we'd do Friday mornings if it was 72-hour rule.
Right.
It's no longer that.
Time for amendment. If you wanted to make it Tuesday afternoon, 5 o'clock, at least you'd have time on Wednesday to catch something and amend it.
Right.
So however you want to do it, but it is a 3-day notice, business day notice.
Well, I do want to keep my chief of staff from having to take any migraine medicine, honestly. Anyway, this is just for information. It's really, there's no action to be taken. I just wanted to be sure and let it be.
And we brought, since the change of this, we brought cutoff date for the bills was Monday before, the week before Commissioners Court. But Friday, so actually, you put it in Friday, it's going to be 8 days before it gets paid, next quarter.
For the
Right.
next
So
quarter.
I'd be surprised how many people, all 30-some departments turned all the bills in on the last day. We don't have enough time to get them done.
If-
Warrants payable, it's,
Kind of feel like a college professor waiting on that last term paper. Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
If I remember correctly, this is effective September 1. So this is basically our last meeting with the 72-hour notice. The next one will be 3 business days, 8 for Dwayne. We're going to have to get everything done in
Yep.
plan ahead. So
Okay.
But Dwayne, your office submitted
This maybe we'll have a lot of special.
a note stating such
This meeting
for
will
us.
have a lot of special meetings.
Make a motion to take no action on this item.
Okay. Thanks, Bruce.
Got a motion from Bruce, to take no action. Anybody? Anybody?
I'll second.
Bueller? Gerald made the second.
We can stick it in anyway.
None at all, but I mean, still, it's an item on. the
Yeah.
agenda.
All right, take no action. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Likewise, nays. That motion carries. Didi, you have anything you want to add to that? It's clear.
Labor Day weekend, that's gonna be our first one. We're due on the third, so we'll
Yeah.
have time to finish.
Yeah, Labor Day weekend. So y'all heads up. Labor Day weekend's coming and it's 3-day weekend, y'all. So be on the lookout on the calendar for when you need to get the stuff in. Okay.
Hey, Dee Dee, if you want, we can help you maybe make a calendar to put on your page to show when the due dates are for the scheduled meetings, if that helps a little bit.
Ever since I've only had that notice for 2 weeks, so. but I'm
Yeah.
done with it.
That wouldn't be a bad idea that we send it out to everybody
Yeah.
and then you'll say, no,
Less chance.
here it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's on the calendar.
Okay. Not trying to be mean about it, just state law. Okay. And for anybody that wants to know, some folks would think that local government makes a lot of the rules. We don't. But we have to follow, we are compelled to follow the law, as my friend Matthew Post would say. And we shall, not may, but shall follow the law. And that is even if it is in development law or any other type of law. Okay. Moving on to item number 30, Mr. C. Consider and approve the revised finance proposal from the Caterpillar Financial Service Corporation for the purchase of a mini hydraulic excavator for Precinct 1. Harold?
Okay, prior court, y'all approved a proposal from Cat Financial for Precinct 1. And these are same terms. This is actual documents. Y'all approved these. You'll have them in the minutes. This is the ones that need to be signed.
Okay. Let's say the court. Motion from Greg,
Second.
second from Bruce. I heard that one loud and clear. Thank you. Okay. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor, say aye. Likewise, nays. That motion carries. Items number 31 and 32 will be in executive session items. I would ask that we move past those to item number 33 and 34. Item number 33 is from Judge Chambers, Judge Hintz, and myself. Consider, approve, and elect to obtain insurance for the judges of the county court at law, and the county court at law, well, number 1, number 2, and pay the premiums for the insurance coverage pursuant to section 25.0006 VTCA Government Code. Okay. Judge Chambers and Judge Hinch are here. If y'all would like to add anything to this, please do. Understand that our coverage has increased.
The mics don't pick you up back there, Wes. We have got to get you close.
Okay, well, the gist of it is the legislature has required that judges who handle guardianships have a bond of at least $500,000 or an insurance policy. And we've always had a bond.
Right.
I guess basically if we did anything wrong, then the aggrieved party could sue on our bond. But the statute also includes the option for an insurance policy. Insurance policy has some benefits, including the cost of defense, whereas the bond would not. And it increases that limit to $1 million. It's just if we're handling these guardianships get really complicated.
They do.
Number one, it's mandated. We have to have at least $500,000. That's the first thing. The second thing is district judges and county court law judges are treated differently. District judges have the attorney general's office who would represent them in any claim. I don't want to call it malfeasance because very often it's just a matter of opinion as to how things were handled. County court law judges would rely on the county attorney's office or counsel through our insurance policy, but the insurance policy, the general liability insurance policy for the county has a lot of exclusions. It may cover some things, may not cover other things. And so there have been numerous conversations about this at annual judges conferences We've had speakers from the Attorney General's office who said, hey, county court law judges need to be careful because you're probably not covered. You're gonna have to rely on the county insurance. TAC, for example, has some exceptions in their policy. I haven't explored all of them, but we've had speakers from TAC who've come and said, you may be covered, you may not. And then we have this increase from the legislature in the limit. I think what was it, 250,000 before we paid to 500,000. So this is a general liability policy. It's kind of a professional liability policy. It's only aimed towards judges. There's been a long thread. I was discussing it on one of our email streams. Most of the judges that I'm in communication with are going this route instead of buying the bond. It costs us $1,500 a year. We have to do it. We have to do something. And I think this has better coverage and includes the defense by people who are specialized in that field, which is
Hard to find. Yep.
So we're asking that this be approved. Again, you have to do something that has to be done by September 1st. This is the one I prefer.
And I'll concur. Okay.
Are there any other questions?
No. Judge Chambers, is this what you want as well?
Yes.
Okay.
And this will start September 1?
Yes.
Do we have the funding for this?
Judge, if I may interject something, I think the professional liability is way better than bond.
Yeah.
Like the county's insurance.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion from David, second from Bruce. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor, say aye. Likewise, nays. That motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank y'all for coming up and seeing us. Yes, sir. Okay. Number 834 from AJ Johnson and from also Chief Knox. Consider and approve 2 satellite phones for OEM. One will be located at OEM and the other at the Liberty County Sheriff's Office. Total cost is $2,851.12 with a yearly recurring cost of $1,627.12. And what this does, it gives us the ability to still communicate in the case that every all your cell phone towers just fall down. Pretty much it. We can still bounce it off a satellite somewhere. Okay.
We don't want the same thing to happen down in Kerr County where they didn't have any type of communication at all, and all the cell towers.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Communicate with you.
Okay.
The emergency management currently has one satellite phone now.
Yeah. We've had one for quite a while. Yeah.
And actually, we get a discount on this. The one
So this will bring y'all up with a total of 3?
2. Yeah.
So you already have one.
We have one, and then they're gonna send us a SIM card for mine update, and then a new phone, satellite phone for sheriff's office, and also a SIM card. And actually, we're paying $900 a month for one, and we're getting 2 for 16.
Okay.
Make a motion to approve.
Motion from Bruce, second from Greg. Any further discussion? Call for vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Likewise, nays. Now,
Make a motion to go into executive session.
okay, we got a motion from Bruce, second from David, go into executive session. Any further discussion? Call for vote. All in favor, say aye. We are in executive session at Thank you. It's now 12:16 p.m. We're out of executive session where we had previously gone into executive session. Pursuant to section 551.071, consultation with attorney, and 551.0725, contracts being negotiated. Also, we had item number 2 on the agenda was also going to be under pursuant to section 551.071, consultation with attorney. The first item that we will take into consideration is discuss and take potential action related to the fire service agreements between Liberty County and all fire-related entities for the upcoming fiscal year. And what say the court?
Motion to take no action.
Second.
Motion from Bruce, second from David. Take no action. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I'm sorry, I'll go slower.
I'm usually here and I get a little ahead of you guys, but y'all are a little ahead.
Can't believe
Buddy,
that.
buddy, yay, right?
Yay.
All
Okay,
right, next one.
item number 32, which is item number 2 on our executive session, was discussed to take potential action related to amending and or terminating Liberty County's current COVID pay policy. And what say the court?
COVID policy.
Motion from Greg to terminate, second from Bruce. Is there any further discussion, since we do have a motion in a second? Hearing none, we'll call for vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Likewise, nays.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Got a motion from Bruce, a second from David to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And we are adjourned at 12:00.